So our first word today is destigmatize. So it's important to know what a stigma is first. Stigma is a negative association or shame that is placed on some part of society, usually like a minority or a subculture or something. So, for example, there are stigmas maybe on mental illness. Especially here in Korea, it's something people don't talk about or really address. You know, there's kind of a shame associated with mental illness and that kind of thing. So that would be a stigma, you know. In the video, Hathaway says there's a stigma about men staying home and raising a baby. Like a little bit we think like, oh, that's a little weird or shameful. There's kind of a negative association. So to destigmatize something is simply to remove that stigma. Work to take that away or remove that negative association or shame involved with something. So she tells us we really need to destigmatize the idea that fathers can't raise a child or do housework. Number 2 is a stereotype, which is a fixed, simple idea that we keep about a people or a culture. It's a pretty negative thing to hold stereotypes. So, for example, we'll pick a safe stereotype. What are some stereotypes about Italians? Okay, womanizers. All the men are womanizers. They go around chasing women. Yeah, that's a stereotype.
Handsome.
Okay, maybe handsome.
Yes.
They're loud. They're emotional, right? They're always arguing and emotional. So these are just stereotypes, like a really simple way to think about a group of people. Sadly, they're the first thing that usually comes to our minds. So, they're kind of a bad thing to simplify a culture like that. Number 3, undervalue, is to kind of underrate something. Not appreciate it fully. Every company probably has an undervalued employee. Someone who's doing a lot of work, keeping things together, but no one gives them credit. So like they never get a raise or a promotion or even a compliment. So they're kind of undervalued. Like, I believe Anne Hathaway, how does she use it? She says, we continue to undervalue fathers. Kind of as household family raisers, the ability to raise children. So undervalued, not using them or appreciating them as well as we should. Number 4, broad ranging, means covering a wide, extensive area, a big range. A broad ranging history book would be a history book that covers many years and many topics, you know. Maybe like all of Western civilization. That would be a broad-ranging history book. Number 5, overburden, is like to overload, place too much work, too much stress on one person or group. So while Anne Hathaway says we continue to undervalue fathers, we overburden mothers. So that means we give too much work to mothers. We load them with too much work while not giving enough to fathers in terms of raising children. So overburden. Number 6, employee retention, is the ability for a company, or oftentimes you see this with universities and students, the ability to hold on to workers or students, keep them working at the same company. Of course, a company wants a high retention rate. So able to retain the employees so they don't change jobs.